We're taking an inside look at Halloween treats, and here are some that go from sweet to scary in just a few months. They're Peeps, popular as cuddly creatures around Easter, but once the season changes, look out. We have bats, cats, and pumpkin shapes to put you in the spooky spirit. When most people think of Peeps, they picture brightly colored chicks and yummy little bunnies, so sweet in every way. But hold on, because now there's Peeps that can give you the creeps. These are Halloween Peeps, spooky ghosts, scary bats, hissing cats, and of course, pumpkins. Just like their cuter Easter cousins, these Peeps are made by Just Born Candy Company in Allentown, Pennsylvania.
Marshmallow Peeps started back in 1953, and the Peeps were actually named for the chick shape that they started with. It didn't take long for them to evolve into some other seasons like Halloween and Christmas.
The Halloween Peep treats first came out in the 1960s, but only in the last 5 years has Just Born really stepped up their Halloween Peep production.
Peeps Pumpkins and Peeps Cats were actually first. And then after that, we came out with the Peeps Ghosts a few years ago. And this year, for the very first time, we have cocoa-flavored bats.
And why are Peeps not just for Easter anymore?
People write to us very often saying how they love Peeps and how they don't want to wait until Easter. Why don't we make pumpkin Peeps or ghost Peeps? Or they suggest all different shapes for different holidays.
The Halloween Peeps are made using the same marshmallow mixture as original Peeps candies. The mix is sent through specially molded cutters that give the candy its shape. Making the molds just right is actually the hardest part of the Peep process.
Marshmallow doesn't really lend itself to certain intricacies or tight corners or spikiness, things like that. So we have to be kind of careful to make sure that the shape is easy enough to be recognized when you try to recreate it out of marshmallow.
The molded marshmallow pieces are then given a coating of colored sugar. Bright orange for the pumpkins, dark cocoa for the bats. The final touch for these freaky treats comes here, where tiny details like eyes or mouths are hand-stamped using sugary icing. The hand-stamping technique means each Peep is unique.
They get hand-stamped maybe a little off to the right or a little off to the left, and it really does make them unique and gives them kind of an old-fashioned look.
The finished Peeps are checked over, then wrapped up. Just Born turns out almost 100 million of these Halloween Peeps each year. That means the factory starts cranking out these critters in April or May to make sure they're all done in time for October 31st. But as most Peep lovers know, these candies are famous for their ability to last a long time.
Peeps have a very long shelf life, actually. As long as they're in a cool, dry environment, which is how we keep them in our warehouse, they last for quite a while.
Surveys show that 20% of Peep eaters prefer their marshmallow slightly aged.
Some people swear that the best way to do them is to slit the cellophane open and let them sit out for a couple of weeks.
Frightfully fresh or slightly aged, these marshmallow Peeps are an unusual Halloween treat.